Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my performance review on the 2012 HyperDunk. This is a very unique shoe and definitely a great shoe, so I just want to get into this review quickly. So this is the first HyperDunk model, or sorry, let's just get into the colorway, obviously, because it does stand out. These are the breast cancer edition, the Think Pinks, for the Lunar HyperDunk, the 2012. These retail for the same price, except money is donated to various breast cancer, whatever they're called, foundations and yada yada yada, which is important. So when you're buying a shoe, you're helping out a good cause, as well as balling really hard. Anyways, let's get into this. I'm first going to start out with the grip. So move that to the side. So this does not seem like a good grip at first, but it actually is a good grip with the pivot circle right there. Honestly, pivot circles don't really matter to me, but if you're playing on a clean court, these are great. When I'm playing on a dusty court, however, they are not that good as far as grip goes, just because they're just so, the grooves are so far apart. Definitely stuff doesn't get stuck in the shoe, don't get me wrong about that, but the grip is just not, it's not as good as other shoes are on dusty court. Like a really good shoe on dusty court would be the Hyperfuse, the 2011 Hyperfuse. These were excellent on a dusty court. These, however, are not that good on dusty court, but if you're playing on a nice clean court, they are excellent. Now, going into the cushion, this was the first HyperDunk to not use the Nike Zoom as in like the airbags in the midsole. This, however, is a Lunar on foam. I do like the Lunar on foam, but the thing about the foam is that after a while it can kind of get suppressed, and really just it gets low to the ground, and it doesn't get as foamy, or the bounce back reaction isn't as good. It'll just get all soggy, solid. So definitely the cushion's not going to last as long as a Zoom airbag would, but it's really forgiving. It works pretty well. I do like, I'm not hating on Lunaron or anything. I just think that for performance shoes, I think Nike is better off with the Nike Zoom, because Lunaron, the hardcore hits are in basically the same spots as the Nike Zoom, in your heel and in your forefoot, right up at your pivot point, about in this area, right where your toe things are. So whatever. Anyways, Lunaron, good, not as good as Nike Zoom, but still a good shoe, still a good cushion. You're gonna be fine with it. It's just that if you're really picky with this sort of stuff, then you may have a problem with the shoe. Going into the fit is true to size, though if you are wide-footed, you will want to go up half a size. Even if they do seem really good for wide-footers, they're not that, because what you're getting, because they look good for wide-footers because the outrigger here, which the outrigger does have grip on it, so that's good. I'm noticing when I play on a dusty court, though, we just go back to grip, I will have to wipe down the shoe a couple times when I'm playing, about like 10 times while I'm playing for like every 10 minutes. I'd have to wipe down the grip. Alright, so it's into the support. We got this glass-based carbon fiber shank right in the midfoot. We got the plate back here. You won't see it's an internal plate, but basically it wraps like this, and it goes to about mid right here. It's not a TPU, whatever it's called. Now my mind is going blank. It's not one of those plates. It's just a normal plate that you would see. The same plate that you actually see in these Zoom Hyperfuse. It's the same plate, as you can see. I'll just show you quickly. You can kind of see the bracket here. Same plate. And basically the thing about this is that the reason that this fly wire here shows out, not only for design, it shows you how well the support is, how well the fit is. If you see, the fly wire wraps around the eyelet, so when you pull on a lace, it will pull it, it will really, like, see how these are all loose? That's because the laces down here are loose, but when you tighten it, it starts to get tighter. As you see, it got tighter. Now if I loosen it up, now they'll get loose. Like, tighten it up, swatch, they'll start really pulling down your foot right into the position of the mold. And the mold is basically the shape that your sweat forms the shoe. So basically it's a perfect mold of your foot. Same thing on this side. The fly wire goes around the eyelets so that when you tighten up the lace, the fly wire tightens and puts your foot into place and holds it there really, really well. And that's something I really like about the shoe. Really good mechanics. It's a really nice fit, snug, and it holds your foot down right in place, right into the heel cup, which is perfect. You couldn't ask for more. The inside, I do wear lead socks, so that stuff does not come off. But I'll tell you one thing, on this one it came off because I wasn't. I just wore normal socks the first time I played, except on my right foot I wore a brace. So, and I played for about an hour and a half. So that's not that long, and the inside graphics came out. So if you're playing on a resale, make sure you wear lead socks or a thick brace. Well, I use a McDavid brace, but aside from that, whatever. Ventilation. Now this is the next generation Flywire, and I mean next generation fuse. And if you want to take a closer look at it, you can see those pinches, and especially up here. Like, this is all really good ventilation, real good. A lot of people think that this thing here is a speaker when I'm walking around school like this, carrying around my shoes from class to class. A lot of people think it's a speaker, but literally, like, noobs. The inside, you're gonna find a lot of mesh around this, and basically that's what it is. It's multi-layer. This is the next generation fuse. So you basically got your mesh on the inside. And then if I can get in here, you got the next generation. You got another layer of mesh, a thinner layer of mesh, and then you have this. I'm not sure what this is. It's some sort of really thin foam. Another layer of mesh, and then you got your flywire. Flywire is a technology. It's not something that a lot of people think that flywire is just there for looks. Flywire basically tightens your foot into place. Flywire is really good. Trust what it's advertised as. Now, as also going along support, I do have to tie these up all the way, which, you know, that's just perfectly fine. Like, the only shoe that I don't do that on is the HyperFuse. Just because I just tend not to do it. But yeah, your flexibility. You know, the HyperDunk is more of a forward shoe. Definitely, guards can easily wear it and smooth sailing. I think this is a multi-position shoe. The thing with the HyperFuse is, it's more of a guard shoe, and I'll tell you why it is in that performance review. I'm just gonna do this one first. But yeah, that basically sums up the review, though. Bitch true to size. Overall, I would put this, because of all this new technology, this is basically the beginning of next generation Nike basketball shoes, because I have a feeling that a lot of them are going to start using the Lunaron technology, but I still do prefer Nike Zoom over Lunaron. But they did do a really good job of incorporating the Lunaron foam into this. With this grip, you know, the grip could be upgraded maybe to work on dusty courts. And basically, yeah, that's all I have to say. Other than that, I love this edition of the shoe, this colorway, the Think Pink. Definitely a must-have for a lot of sneakerheads. Oh, and the breathability, I forgot to talk about the tongue, my bad. I'm really sorry about that. It's a mesh tongue up until about the top of your ankle. Then it starts having this little thing, but you got the nice felt on the inside. Really good shoe. These are the 10.5. United States exclusive unless you're ordering off eBay. And yeah, the collar fits really nice, and the material is really forgiving, except for the it kind of gets molded. Right, you see where it gets molded there? Can you see that? Right here. You see like how it goes up. Though the ventilation is good, my feet do tend to sweat a lot. And the thing with fused material is that it can kind of get molded into weird shapes if a lot of moisture is added, so that could be a downside, but personally it's not that bad for me because these aren't my everyday shoes. Though I could easily turn, these are very reliable shoes. The only thing I just don't want to ruin the Lunaron. Lunaron can easily get you through a year, maybe even 2 years of playing 3 hours a day. Maybe that's over exaggerating, but Lunaron foam, when I say that it's not going to last, I'm talking about if you're going to use these shoes for 10 years straight, it's not going to last that. Because it'll obviously get compressed, get soggy, yada yada yada, mold will start growing, because after all it is foam. So yeah, but other than that, like, this is a top 3 shoe. My critique obviously on it was pretty bad, but I am a very harsh rater, but this is definitely a top 3 shoe for me. Going into the 2012, actually we're coming out of the year 2012, so this was a great release this summer, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Remember to stay tuned for more. We got some new pickups that I'm going to be showing you guys, as well as a performance review on this shoe and a couple other Air Jordan 2012 Hirachis, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, this is just my introduction to the channel, and I hope you guys liked it. This is my first time doing a performance review, so cut me some slack because I am not obviously that good at it. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.